Hello, hello, hello. I am Ozioma Egwuonwu, the founder of World Dream Day. And today we are having a special session called Meet the Ambassadors in advance of our celebration for World Dream Day, which takes place September 25th. I am so excited to share with you what World Dream Day is all about and how important it is for us to really honor our ideas, goals, and dreams because our ideas, goals, and dreams are some of the most precious things that we possess. They are the source of our ability to innovate on a personal level. They're also the source of our ability to innovate collectively. And it is time for each and every single one of us to honor the role that dreams play in our world. And that is why the theme for World Dream Day this year is Cultivate Dreams. And it's inspired by this important invitation, the important invitation that what would our world look like if everywhere we went, every country, every place had spaces and places and the ability for every person that exists to be able to activate their ideas, goals, and dreams no matter what, no matter the color of their skin, no matter how much money they have in their bank account, no matter what their heritage is, what they've done in the past. It is all about creating that equal playing field for dreaming and doing. And so I'm going to say that again. How can we create an equal playing field for dreaming and doing? A world where possibilities can truly be activated. A world where we can take our brightest ideas and be able to innovate with them at a time when we know our world needs it most. For so many years since the Sustainable Development Goals were launched, we've been on this journey, lockstep, supporting dreamers and doers in their desire to make the world a better place. And so it brings me great pleasure to bring forth two World Dream Day ambassadors who are doing just that. They are using their own ideas, goals, and dreams to make their local environment a better place and also connecting with dreamers around the world to activate ideas, goals, and dreams in service of a thriving humanity. So with great pleasure, I am going to introduce you to Rana Badarani, who is our World Dream Day ambassador for France, as well as Ida Mancini, who is our World Dream Day ambassador for Italy. And so, welcome, 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 welcome. You're
Hello,
invited to speak. Yes.
hello Ozioma, hello everyone.
Hello, Zioma. Hello, our followers.
Yes, 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 yes. And so, what we're going to do is we're going to first start off with a mini interviews with each of our World Dream Day ambassadors, and then we're going to have a little kind of, I guess you would say, collective conversation. So, what we're going to do now is we're going to have Ida come off of screen, and we are now going to be in conversation with Rana. So, Rana, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Okay, I'm Rana Badarani. I was born in Lebanon and I arrived to France at the age of 19. When I arrived to France, I didn't speak a single word of French. So my journey started by learning the French language. But even after taking 2 whole years of intensive in French, it was very difficult for me to express myself correctly or to understand what others are speaking around me, especially on TV. So when I wanted to go to university to fulfill like my professional project, which was to work in the communication and advertisement field, I couldn't integrate a university. That's why, through years, my professional project became a dream because it was so close to my heart and so dear to my heart, but couldn't fulfill it because of the French language. So at the age of 27, I integrated a university and they accepted me based on my level of motivation and not level of French, and I had 2 kids at that time. And I always presented myself during the courses in front of the students and professors that I'm here to fulfill my dream. It is 3 years after after integrating this university when I was validating my bachelor degree diploma. I did an internship for 6 months in an advertising agency, and in the middle of this internship, we were June 2011. Here I witnessed self-accomplishment and I realized that I had just fulfilled my dream. So I witnessed long-lasting happiness, long-lasting motivation. I was proud of what I had accomplished. This made me gain self-confidence and multiplied my potential because when I fulfilled my dream, I told myself instead of later on going and look for a job in advertisement and advertising field, I wanted to help others to witness this happiness and this long-lasting motivation and happiness. So I wanted to help others to fulfill their dreams. So I started using dreams as a human resources and managerial innovation in order to bring dreams into companies and allow employees to identify their dreams because as long as we don't know what's our dream, we cannot fulfill it.
Thank you so much, Rana, for sharing a little bit about your journey of how you kind of got your idea, your dream to life, and that kind of created the momentum for you to continue along this path. And so tell us a little bit about what your role is as a World Dream Day ambassador for France. What have
I
you been up to? Because this isn't your first year of serving and playing this role powerfully in your home country.
Yes.
Yeah, tell us a little bit about what
So
it's been
I
like for
have to
you.
tell you how did I meet World Dream Day? Because when we fulfill a first dream, we started dreaming bigger. And for me, it took me 8 years before to start dreaming bigger. So I was like dreaming to bring the dreams into companies as a human resources and managerial innovation. But 8 years after, I started dreaming bigger. Like I wanted to bring awareness to all people around the world about their dreams. And while like looking for a solution, what would be the best solution ever to bring awareness to all people in a quick time? The answer was to create a day for dreams and dreamers, like to give us the some time once a year, like to connect back with your dreams to move them forward. And while doing the process, here I discovered World Dream Day. I I never heard about World Dream Day before before 3 years. And when I discovered World Dream Day, I just directly entered in contact with you, Izuma, to tell you that my dream would be like to have an official World Dream Day on the calendar of the United Nations. And when I started speaking and sharing my dream in my network, people here in France started telling me, Rana, until it will be declared as an official day on the calendar of the United Nations, we will be celebrating World Dream Day here in France. And here I became an ambassador of World Dream Day in France, and a team joined me to help us celebrate World Dream Day in France. And this year we are celebrating the third edition, and we have something special here in France. Like every year, we have either a godfather or a godmother. So well-known people that help us to spread the message. The first year was basically like to tell about the existence of World Dream Day and to gather the testimonials of people. The second year also, but the third year, and this is the like, I'm so happy, excited for this. This is the first year where we have people organizing their own actions in order to bring awareness about the dreams. So we have many actions all over France, and like I'm so excited to share these actions to French people also, but because they are still discovering this day and they are still discovering how they can like participate in this day and how they can support this day. This day, yes.
Amazing. Just celebrating you and all of your wonderful work and just the way in which, when one has a dream, it becomes something that activates them and then it becomes infectious. Other people want to get involved and then so much more becomes possible. When I first created World Dream Day, I literally just kind of launched it out there. This was 2012. And then I remember going to bed and wondering, did anyone celebrate? Did anyone do anything? And then I began to get images. I'm actually going to share some of the images from 2012. This is a woman in St.
Wow.
Lucia. In
Oh
St.
wow.
Lucia on the beach, sharing her celebration for World Dream Day, and here we have young kids in Florida, gymnasts, and they're sharing their dreams, and they're holding what's known as dream declarations, which really speaks to the tools that we always provide for World Dream Day. We always innovate with creative tools that people can use in order to activate their goals and dreams in their own community. And so this is really exciting to be able to share and to listen about what's happening in France and how the movement and the passion for dreams continues to grow at a time when it's needed most. So, Rana, why don't you tell us specifically what exactly is in store for World Dream Day this year in France?
Okay, so for the first time, we have a big municipality organizing an event in the honor of World Dream Day. During this event, there will be a conference of Virginie de Lalande, a first lawyer being deaf here in France to become a lawyer. We have also a concert of music offered by a very talented artist uh, in the city of Toulouse. We have a you know that place where we cultivate plants. I don't know in English what's the name, but they are creating an artistic floral decoration around the theme cultivate dreams for this year. So we'll discover this floral artistic decoration very soon, and we will like share it during the event we are organizing. There is a lady, a very courageous lady, who has chosen 25 September in order to launch her festival of dreams during one whole month of actions. We have a projection of films. We have a gigantic artistic framework where people can write down their dreams. We have even a digital wall to write our dreams. We have associations speaking for during this day or organizing like a walk during World Dream Day, or a lady launching her book she wrote on World Dream Day, September 25th. And what 25th? It's like it's becoming a major date where actions are launched in schools. Like in 2022, there is a first school who celebrated World Dream Day in France, and for one whole month they integrated the theme of dreams in their written and artistic projects. And once they shared publicly what the students did, we took them in videos, and we will be sharing them in this event of this year. Because like after one month, we have to wait for the next edition to share what happened last year sometimes. What else? Many actions like conferences, film projections, many testimonials, an interview like with the last or ancient chief of astronauts of France and Europe. So, like many exciting testimonials, many people wanting and asking to to speak during the event. And what we do as a team of For the Dream Day in France, we organize a digital event where we highlight all these actions taking place on the ground. And through our digital event, we'll be highlighting these actions and giving more light and spreading the message.
So wonderful. I love this. This is so exciting. And it really just kind of underscores that, when World Dream Day was created, there were always events taking place that were just kind of popping up without ambassadors necessarily. We always had ambassadors that would go and take it upon themselves. But now things are evolving, and the ambassadors themselves are taking it upon themselves, like we hear from Rana here, to say, I want to hold and I want to create a way to create that network of dreamers across the country, network of dreamers across the world, and having the freedom to be able to organize and create, because fundamentally World Dream Day is a creative, innovative endeavor. And it's about having a theme and then letting people's imagination and creativity and their own dreams just run wild. And so thank you so much, Rana. We're going to be hearing a little bit from you in a bit. And
Yeah, thank
now
you
I want to
for you.
actually just bring to the forefront a character which is very important in our world of World Dream Day. And that character is known as the Dream Runner. And so this notion of a dream runner is something that is really important to bring forward at this moment, because a dream runner is what we would call the World Dream Day mascot. It's a symbol of perseverance, aspiration, and generosity, right? The thought cloud you see there with the dream runner represents their idea, their goal, their dream that they're moving forward with. And the stars that you see flying off the back of the dream runner represents the sparks of inspiration positively affecting the world. And there are many ways to be dream runners, as we're hearing, from Rana, and we'll also hear from Ida Mancini. A dream runner can be a person moving forward with their own vision. It can be a business activating its proposition out in the world. It can be a community working towards improving the lives of the people that live there. There is no limit to how an individual, a business, a community can move themselves and our world forward. And so this is so important to underscore and to highlight, that one of the reasons why World Dream Day exists is to fill the world with dream runners, fill the world with people who are ignited with a vision of possibility and they are actively moving towards it. Because that is the way that our world is going to change. It's not going to change because people are on the wayside. It's going to be about people getting in the game of transformation, becoming more activated with how they can actually make a difference. And as they become activated, other people say, wow, look at you. Look what's possible for you. I wonder what's possible for me. And then they become activated. And activation by activation, our world transforms. And we're seeing that now increasingly as it relates to sustainability, as it relates to issues of diversity, equity, inclusion, as it relates to gender transformations and gender relationship shifts. It's all about being able to say what is possible and how can we move that forward? How can we activate our ideas, goals, and dreams in service of a greater, more thriving humanity? And not just about humanity. It's also about all that exists, right? The animals, as well as the trees, the insects, everything is part of this. And we become shareholders in possibility. And so, with that said, I want to bring forward Ida Mancini to join us in conversation.
Hello,
And
Zioma.
so, Ida, welcome, welcome, welcome.
Thank you so much for this opportunity. It's really a pleasure to be with you and with all of our followers.
Yes, it's wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. So, Ida, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself, who you are, what you're passionate about, and what kind of brought you to this realm of dreaming and doing, and also being involved as a World Dream Day ambassador?
Well, I'm Ida Mancini. I'm Italian. I was born in Rome. I have a bachelor degree in interpreter in English and French. I have also a master in interpersonal communication. I'm a counselor at Gestalt with Gestalt orientation. I'm a member of the International Coaching Federation, and such as I'm a coach. But most important, I'm a dreamer, and dreams led me to World Dream Day, really a sort of magic miracle. Indeed, during the pandemic, in which we were under a very severe lockdown, and one evening I asked myself how it would be possible to dream in a situation where there was no freedom. And this led me to write a workshop on dreams, which I shared in Italy, and particularly in Rome and Milan, and led me as magic to dream, to liaise to World Dream Day. So I said to myself that I could be useful for the movement, because not only being a dreamer, but because I share the values that have been was spreading by Ozioma and by all the ambassador through with whom I'm in contact on this thematic. In addition, I must say that being Italian, the thematic of cultural dreams belongs to our culture, to the Mediterranean culture, to the antique culture. So it was not very far from my education. I'm very happy to be ambassador for Italy. Very excited. I must say that my life has changed positively, and sharing values which are part of myself, and because I think that it is the right moment to do something positive for humanity at all level. And where leaders maybe failed or did not pay a lot of attention to this, I think that ordinary people like us can do a lot.
Absolutely, absolutely. Ordinary people like ourselves can do a lot. And in fact, I would invite us also to acknowledge that we're ordinary and we're also extraordinary. And that dream inside of us gives us that unique capacity to do more than we ever could have imagined and to develop in ways that we never could have imagined. And it has just been such an honor and pleasure to have you as our World Dream Day ambassador this year. For Italy. And why don't you tell us a little bit about what's in store? What is in store for this year for World Dream Day in Italy?
Well, being ambassador for Italy, it was not easy at the beginning because I felt that people needs to enter in contact with this thematic, which, as I said, is part of our culture, but for many, many reasons was hidden because due to many problems, people didn't have the time and still don't have the time to concentrate themselves on dreams seen as objective. So what I've done, I created an inquiry that I sent through media just to understand how was the relationship between Italians and dreams, and based on the outcome, I created a social cultural event which will be held in Teatro Torrinona in Rome on Monday, 25th September at 7 p.m. The program is very exciting, reflect a little bit the taste of the Italians, the outcome of the survey, and we have called on some performers who will, through arts, and arts I mean dance, singing, paintings, poetry, they will give voice to dreams on the stage. There are ordinary people who have immediately accepted to be with me on that day, who are still very, very supporting, who are charmed about the thematic of dreams, who have me encouraging me to go ahead, and because they felt that there was nobody who can highlight the importance of dreams, of taking time to concentrate on what they really wanted, on something that for many reasons they have put aside, and they are night time to take it out. So I'm very, very excited to be there with them to share that wonderful days in connection with you, Zoma, who will be with us, and with the ambassador of France and Brazil. who will be connected remotely and who will tell us what will be the activities and the event that they will planned to celebrate together the World Dream Day. So it will be very an exciting experience for all of us, particularly for Italy and Rome, as it is really the first time that we are going to honor dreams in our country.
So beautiful. Yes, this is so exciting. It's interesting because, you spoke about a lot of really important things. This idea of going out and learning about the cultural context of what is happening around this conversation and then being able to respond in kind. You know, the importance of listening to what's happening and then being able to say, what is needed right now? And how can we actually support possibility in our local context in a way that is meaningful for the people. And so thank you so much, Ida, for what you've shared. I look forward to joining you that day remotely from New York, but I will be in Italy with you remotely. And so what we're going to do now is just for a moment, if we would switch gears. And so we're going to actually share what actually is happening overall in the World Dream Day 2023 ecosystem, because it's really important for us to be able to say, okay, we have what's happening on the ground, and in the coming weeks, we'll also be hearing from the ambassador of World Dream Day for Brazil and also for Nigeria in our next live stream of Meet the Ambassadors. But this is essentially what we have, and we always create one of these ecosystemic kind of charts for World Dream Day every single year. And so, if you want to learn about what's going on and you also want to be a World Dream Day ambassador yourself, it's not too late. You can reach out to us at dream@worlddreamday.org and send us a message. You can also go to the info that's there on our global headquarters on that link. The theme this year is Cultivate Dreams. I'm going to be doing a keynote that day about cultivating new futures. And whenever you use or learn about World Dream Day, you're going to use that hashtag World Dream Day. That's going to keep you in the flow. And we're celebrating dreams and development. We're talking about cultivating that fertile environment. We're also going to be launching a challenge called the Cultivate Dreams Challenge, which is about being able to support you in the process of declaring a dream and getting clear on what you need to cultivate within yourself and also within the local environment for you to make that dream possible. And this is all going to be available for you as you go to our website and check what's there, and then also register and join what you find there, because the idea is the website is the portal to the world. But once you get on that link, you'll be able to learn more. You'll be able to get into sync. We also have every year a World Dream Day playlist. This year, it's going to be an amazing, I would say, sound architect from Colombia, Paola. She has created a beautiful, beautiful Spotify playlist that we're going to be sharing with you so that you can really jam all through the day on World Dream Day, September 25th. We're also going to be doing and launching on September 25th a Dreams to Action 3-day challenge, where we're going to be going live and sharing insights and ways in which you can activate your ideas, goals, and dreams. Some of the best practices that we've learned about dreaming and doing over the 10 years or plus that we've been doing World Dream Day. And then we're also going to be having conversations and panels around dreaming and doing and how do we actually cultivate dreams. And so that is what is in store for World Dream Day 2023. And now I want all of us to come together with our ambassadors to have a kind of roundtable conversation, virtual roundtable conversation about dreams and such. And so we'll actually start with Ida, and then we're all going to kind of go around and speak about what is the dream that is rising up for us at this point in time. And now we're going to first start with the personal context, because the world of dreaming and doing is about starting individually, then we move to the collective, and then we move to the global. And so, Ida, what is your personal dream?
Well, very difficult to say only one.
I know.
I have a list of dreams, being a dreamer. Well, my big dream in this moment of my life is to continue being with all of you and continues this wonderful activity to which I believe. I'm very committed. I'm also enjoy because joyful and motivation are important element to serve for this cause. In any case, for all cause which are connected with humanity. So this is my very first dreams. Really the most important in this part of my life, because on the professional point of view I cannot complain. I'm only thank God for what I have, and being gratitude for this new challenge or an adventure, and for having met you and Rana and the other ambassador. Really, it is a pleasure to exchange ideas, to be collaborative, to be very supportive in this crucial moment for the world.
I couldn't agree more. It is so important to be collaborative. And a lot of the talks that I do, we talk about collaboration, right? And innovation and how we can actually share power. How do we actually come into a space where we each can bring forth what we have and amplify that? And so that's really the way that we've been working when it comes to World Dream Day. Each person has their vision, their ideas, their goals, and then we bounce ideas off of each other and we support and amplify. And to me, that is the template for what we're going to see increasingly in the world. People coming together in unique ways in order to support possibility. And so we move to Rana. What is your personal dream at this moment? Knowing that there are many, but what is the one you want to bring forward?
State in declaring World Dream Day an official day on the calendar of the United Nations. Like to participate, I'm already participating as being an ambassador, but I would like to participate as being a member of the team of a country that will support World Dream Day at the UN. Like to be from the other side, on the other side.
Now, a little bit of what you were saying was cut off. So let's start again. And so you can just really kind of presence that so we can all
Yes,
hear.
so my dream is to participate in declaring World Dream Day as an official day on the calendar of the United Nations.
Perfect, perfect, perfect. We share this dream. We share this dream, and we also know that it's not an easy one. But when dreams are harder to bring to life, it makes it even more fulfilling. When we first began World Dream Day, we were working with a lot of nonprofits and learning about how could we actually activate this and bring this forth to the United Nations. And so now, with the amplified power and ideas of what's happening, and again, each of us have our special gifts. Rana is very gifted at public relations and communications as she brings that into the fold. Ida is creative and innovative and artistic, and so she brings that into the fold. And so we all are collectively working towards this dream of bringing World Dream Day, in essence, to the United Nations. We know that there's a World Futures Day that was launched maybe I think about 2 years ago, but the notion of where we're going for the future and futures literacy is so important. But what's at the core of making that future possible? It's the dream. And so we want to also make sure that there is a dedicated day for dreams at the United Nations. And so this is just the beginning of our conversations on a deeper and deeper level. But this dream is what brought Rana and I together. And it's also a dream that has been simmering in multiple minds. And so we're harnessing that collective field of awareness and collective desire to really move that forward. So if you have any connections, or if you believe in this dream of bringing the World Dream Day to the United Nations with us, please get in touch with any of us or send an email to dream@worlddreamday.org. We are excited to begin to formulate I would say, a larger working team to make this dream a reality. And so I'm going to now share my dream that I'm working on, that I'm believing, that I'm holding space for. And that dream is the dream of a world without racism. And that's something that when I say it, people just say, what? Because we can't even imagine what our world would be like if we stopped focusing on the value of people based on the color of their skin. And tied to that is also a world that is no longer based on economic value, that because you have X amount of dollars in your bank account, that makes you more worthy than someone who doesn't have anything in their bank account. As well as the dream that if you're a woman, you're less capable or less worthy than a person who was born as a man. So what I'm speaking about is a dream of oneness, the dream of unity, the dream of being able to release all that separates us and brings us together in a way that only this kind of dream is possible. And so the dream of unity is my dream. And with that dream, there are also elements of dreams that sit under that. And the end of racism, a world without racism, a world without sexism, a world without economic violence and gender violence and color-based violence. This is my dream, and I work towards it every day by being the one that I need to be and supporting others in being who they need to be so that we all can collectively rise. That is my dream. Got me fired up. Got me fired up. Oh, so
Wonderful.
when I start talking about this realm of possibility, I love the faces. What is inspiring each other about our dreams? Let's get into a little conversation about what are we feeling as we have now just kind of expressed dreams and brought that into the shared collective space.
Wonderful.
Wonderful.
Energy, energy.
Energy, energy, yes. Ida, what comes up for you in this? Ooh,
Having
can't hear
heard,
you. Hold on. Go
oh,
ahead.
after having heard your words, really, I would like to stand up and immediately take actions. It's to me unbelievable that we are still living in a situation which is totally the opposite of what you have expressed. It is unacceptable. So time to do really something, to be committed, to be united, because dreams, united people don't segregate,
Mm,
but the opposite. That's really the
yes.
opposite. This is the very first step to creating something not only positive, useful, because I think that each one of us, when we born, we have a sort of mission, and this mission, which is very well connected with our dreams, must produce result, visible result for the generation to come. So we don't have to think in a very individualistic way, but thinking that what we are living should be better. So I think that
It,
we are on the same wavelength.
yeah. It's interesting because I remember, when World Dream Day first kind of launched into the realm of awareness, I would always say our dreams are not just for ourselves, our dreams are for each other. And I still say that every single time. That very often people believe it's my dream. But as you begin to become the one that is a dreamer in action, that is a dream runner, you start to realize it is so not about me. It is about something greater. And who you become is someone greater. And what becomes possible through you is even greater. And so, what you're speaking about in terms of the future generations, we dream not just to experience it in this reality and in this timeline. We dream and we take action because as we dream and as we do, it transforms what's possible for generations and generations and generations to come. So, yes, that is what this is all about and much, much more. So, anything else that we want to presence before we officially begin to wind down our live stream? Okay. I want to thank each and every single one of you for being World Dream Day ambassadors. It's just been a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful experience to be in this special collaborative container of possibility with each of you and to witness your passion for dreams and how you bring that not only just to your roles as World Dream Day ambassadors, but to everything you do. I just think it's remarkable. And so I just thank you from the bottom of my heart. And I look forward to what we're going to continue to create with each other. And also for those who are hearing this conversation that are inspired by, wow, I didn't know something like this existed, where people are working on their dreams individually and collectively and connected to possibility and impact in this way. We ask you to join us. We ask you to celebrate with us on September 25th. We ask you to bring forth your own ideas, goals, and dreams, and to get on that possibility train, possibility plane, possibility ship, all of it. Any mechanism of movement is what we're about. So I think it was Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. That said something. I don't have the quote to me exactly, but he talked about, if you can walk, you walk. If you can run, you run. If you can fly, whatever it is that you can do, you do in order to move things forward. And so that being said, thank each and every single one of you for being World Dream Day ambassadors. And I'm going to bring us home and close out this live
Thank you,
stream.
Ozioma. Thank you,
Thank you
dear
Thank
so
you.
listeners.
much. Thank you from my heart.
Thank you. And so you've heard from some of our World Dream Day ambassadors about what they have planned for their experiences in their respective countries. You've seen a glimpse of the World Dream Day 2023 ecosystem. You've met our Dream Runner mascot. And what I want to do now, actually, is just to kind of speak to the mission of World Dream Day. Because I think it's important for us to look at this mission as we begin to close out this session that we've just had. The mission of World Dream Day is to empower dreamers and doers to elevate, evolve, and activate their visions through intentional actions that benefit the world. Intentionality. What does it mean to have a dream and then to do something with it? The power of intention is at the core of what we're speaking about today. That you have an intention to make a difference in your local community. And that matters now more than ever. And with that mission, we also have what is called a massive transformative purpose. I'm faculty expert with Singularity University, and we always talk about the importance of massive transformative purpose, not just a purpose, but a purpose that is so transformative that it creates a massive level of change. So our massive transformative purpose is to empower human possibility. It is not just important to talk about that we human beings have so much potential, but how do we empower people with the tools, the resources, the relationships, so that that dream becomes a possibility? And it becomes more than just a possibility. It becomes a reality that transforms the trajectory of what is possible for our world. And so our vision is back to the vision that I spoke about, a world united through the power of ideas, goals, and dreams, bringing our world together, being able to realize that when we are one and we are united in collective dreaming and doing, we start to transform what felt like divisiveness into oneness, into unity, into collective action. So I thank every single one of you for watching our live stream. We're going to be doing another one next week where we get to meet the ambassadors from Brazil as well as Nigeria, and inviting you to consider becoming a World Dream Day ambassador for your local environment, for your country, for possibility. And so with that, I thank you so much. And we are going to say, may the power of dreams be with you.